Swimmers P and Q start swimming simultaneously from the west and east ends of a swimming pool, respectively. West and east end. And kept doing laps back and forth in the pool. Their first meeting was at a point 75 meters from the west end of the pool, while their second meeting was at a point 25 meters from the east end. Find the speed ratio of P to Q. Now, the easiest way to do this is to first find the length of the pool, and there is a formula that gets thrown around for this particular question type. It's that the length is equal to 3a minus b, where a is the distance from one end for the first meeting and b is the distance from the other end for the second meeting. So this is a somewhat cliched question type in CAT prep material, and distance from one end for the first meeting is 75, distance from the other end for the second meeting is uh, 25. That's your A and B, and the length of the pool is just 3a minus b, so that's 3 into 75 minus 25 is equal to 225 minus 25, 200. And the first meeting happens at a point 75 meters on the west end, so P has done 75 meters in the same time that Q has done the remaining 125 meters. And so the distance ratio is 75 to 125 for the same amount of time. So the ratio is 75 to 125, which gets simplified as 3 to 5. This is your answer. This is the short way of doing this. But let's take a moment and try to understand why this is so. Why this is the formula for the length of the pole. Now, we already drew what happens for the first meeting. And what happens after this is that P will continue. And I'm drawing P like this. Reach the other end and then turn back immediately. This distance is not there. I'm just drawing because I don't want to draw like this. P is reaching the end and then turning back immediately, and by the same in the same time Q is gone to the west end and come back to this point. And this is the second meeting, and it is given to us that it is 25 meters from the east end. And this was your A and your B. Let's do a quick informal derivation of this 3a minus b. So what's happening is, let's take the ratio of P and P plus Q. The distance traveled by P is 75 meters. There's an unknown length we're trying to find. We're trying to derive the formula for this. P is swum 75 in the same time that P plus Q is swum L. That L is this distance, right? The combined distance of the two people is the length of the swimming track. This is for the first meeting. For the second meeting, notice that the combined distance is 3 times the length of the track, right? So the combined distance swum by the two people is 3L, and the distance swum by P should also be 3 times of 75 because of direct proportion. So this was, I'll just replace the 75 with A. So you'll directly get the formula. P is swum A in the same time that P plus Q is swum L for the first meeting. For the second meeting, P plus Q's combined distance is 3L. So P's distance should have been 3A. And what is this 3A? Just look at this portion. There's this portion and this portion that's together equal to L, and then there is an additional B, right? So this 3A that has been swum by the person P is actually equal to L plus B. This is what we need. This directly gives you L is equal to 3a minus b. This is where the formula is coming from. And once you have the formula, rest is the same. You have length of 200. So he has done 75 in the same time that he has done 125. Therefore, the ratio is 3:5. Remember this formula. It will save you a little bit of time, provided this exact pattern of data is given. First meeting from one end, second meeting from the other end.